It's time for Down to Earth now, our segment focusing on the health of the planet. We'll be taking a closer look at the story of a marine mammal that has gripped the German public. Timmy, a humpback whale, first became stuck off the country's Baltic coast in early April. The animal's plight raising questions about whether humans should intervene to save wild animals. Well, for more, I'm joined by France 24's Environment Editor Valerie Dekimpe.
Hi, Karis.
Valerie, this morning the whale seemed to be on the move, but it seems that the saga now continues.
Well, Timmy the whale was seen swimming early this morning at around 7 a.m. local time with several boats escorting the animal towards the open sea. And it seems that rising water levels and strong winds helped the animal free itself from the shallow waters. But soon after that, it stopped moving again and it appears to be stuck. And this story has fascinated the German public. It has made headlines around the world, with local broadcasters in Germany even dedicating 24/7 live streams online to the animal. And the whale's ordeal began in late March when it was first spotted stranded on shallow waters near Timmendorfer Strand, a German coastal town in Germany in the Baltic Sea. And that's how it got its nickname Timmy, from the name of the town. It is not clear why it swam into the Baltic Sea far from its natural habitat, but experts believe it was chasing herring or it got lost during its migration. The animal, though, is not in good shape. It has a bad skin condition related to the fact that it is in the Baltic Sea having a lower salt levels than where it normally lives in the Atlantic. And so veterinarians have been applying a special ointment on the skin of the whale to relieve the pain.
All right, well, a rescue mission was actually about to be initiated before the whale started swimming again. Tell us more about that plan.
Well, there have been numerous twists and turns to this story. Local authorities tried to rescue the whale several times and guide the animal, which only helped momentarily but not completely. And so regional officers were getting ready to give up on the animal and let it die. And that's when two millionaires appeared and came forward with funds and a last-minute plan to try and rescue the animal, and which did win state approval. And so the plan was to slide air cushions under the animal, gently lift the whale onto a tarp, and if that was successful, then the animal would have been towed to the North Sea and possibly as far as the Atlantic. And what we know is that the plan was actually underway when the whale found enough strength to actually move on its own and start swimming. But as we know, it has stopped moving. So it is unclear if the plan is back on track or not.
Well, not everyone agrees that the whale should be saved. Timmy's ordeal has certainly sparked a heated debate about whether humans should intervene to save wild animals.
Right, heated discussions about our relationship to nature and wild animals. Those behind rescue efforts, including veterinarians, believe the animal does have a good chance of survival. They also reject the claim that we should let it die in peace, so to speak, as some have suggested. They say that there's no peace in there. There's a lot of noise from ships. A lot of the animal is under a lot of stress. And they also argue that it's a minimally invasive rescue operation. The scientific community and NGOs like Greenpeace, on the other hand, they have criticized the rescue operation, saying the chances of survival are actually low, but the risk of injury for the animal is high. And so it makes no sense in trying to save the animal now and then let it die, in the open waters out of our sight. And several marine biologists have become quite outspoken about the way that the whale has been treated and how we have humanized it, and the hypocrisy behind it of caring for a wild animal, treating it almost affectionately as a pet with a nickname, but not addressing the real causes of what's going on behind it and why more whales are getting stranded and how to protect their natural habitats. And so scientists from the German Ocean Museum in the area there and Greenpeace actually believe that the whale got caught in fishing nets, in large gill nets, as they're called, in the first place. And that's how it got lost. They're massive walls, and so many animals can get caught in that. If the whale in the end is left to die, according to scientists, it could actually last for about 6 months for the whale to starve to death, essentially a prospect that may seem very cruel to a lot of people, but which would be the natural course of events, according to scientists. And so it's really quite fascinating how it has raised difficult questions about our role in the degradation of marine habitats, as we know, but our responsibility as well when animals end up in these situations.
Indeed, an interesting one. Thank you very much, Valerie Dekimpe, for that.